Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Obviously, you've chosen to be our student in the spotlight for the month of March. So, Bouchra, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me what year you're in, what you study, and even a fun fact about yourself.
Okay, I am studying healthcare management in Anglia Ruskin University. It's been 3 months now, and I wasn't thinking I will carry on, but it was really good for me, for my mental health. It was good and it enabled me to become better and confident. And my communication is developed much better than it was in the first 3 months before. I start learning a lot of skills on computer because there is a lot of IT skills, not IT skills, that's what I need, but there is iSource and there is a well-being source and there is a lot of skills in online. Um, I learned how to become socializing online because I never done it before. And with this pandemic, I never pushed myself to know people online, but now we have to know the student and we start doing like chat about the study and stuff on WhatsApp, which is a really good. And I can see the tutor and there is communication on screen, which is I didn't done that before. So I have built up my skills this last 3 months. Um, I want to continue to grow and feel that I am doing really good, and it will be it's part of my job as well. Which after finishing my degree 4 years time, I will have the opportunity to face and talk and make organization of my time. Um, and yes,
That
I
sounds
believe I
awesome.
believe I'm developing as a person
Yeah,
since I become a mother, and I didn't learn much. I just my baccalaureate come back here. I because I'm not English, yes, as you know, and I come here as having children, helping them growing. They become okay, whatever you want them to be. But
yeah,
then it's my me time.
yeah,
I was
absolutely.
thinking this is the right thing I will do, but I'm happy with it. Yes.
That's awesome. It sounds like, coming to university was a really big step in terms of, self-development, but also in the pandemic, knowing, that you wanted to develop more and kind of give yourself an opportunity, and you really grabbed that, with two hands, and it sounds amazing. And you've kind of
Yeah.
you kind of answered my next question, but my I'm going to ask you anyway, just in case you want to elaborate on it. But kind of tell us a little bit about what's got you to this point today. Why did you come and choose ARU London to study, and why now? What was it that was kind of like, now's the point in your life that you want to come to university?
Yes, there is a lot of things pushing you all your life to do study, but because of children, they were young. Now they grown up. My younger one is 20. The older one, she is 24. So I am not as busy as with children as I was before. Uh, I put I put um, leader in a job. Then I could come up only with come up Ruskin. That's the first university, and that's what I put in my head. The first university come up, I will apply because I don't want to actually waste my time at this age. I wanted to go forward for it. So I did rank them, and they were really very polite. And after I said no, 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 I don't think this is me. I will be too much for me, too much. It was very quick, this information and stuff. Then actually they were calling me, and I thought maybe that's what has to be meant to be. I will I will do the I start understanding and ensuring I am doing the right things. I receive a lot of emails from them, so I go ahead. I send all my diploma and my IDs and my. Then actually it went really well. The interview went very very good, and did ask me about there is different courses, but this was the course is starting soon. I choose that because I love to be a leader. I've been doing management in school, even if I am not manager. They told me, my friend telling me, you're very good at bossing. You're very good people, children listening to you, and adults actually, even if they're nagging, you're telling them off in a good way, which is really sometimes this this thing is nasty, but because you're not a manager, I said,
Yeah.
okay, I will be one day.
Oh,
So yes.
I mean, for me, it sounds like what, I know from, being young and not knowing necessarily what you want to do with your life. And,
Mm.
often when you're in school, the pressure is go to uni or, study something, continue further study. But actually, when you get older and you live a bit and you have that life experience, you know what you want for your life.
Mm.
It sounds like, you really, that you're a good leader, that you value good leadership qualities. And that's
Well, I hope I can be a good leader for a long time, because
yeah,
with the age, your ability may be changed, but the only thing can stay is your speech.
exactly. So,
Yes.
we've spoken a bit about academia and university. So, kind of tell me a little bit about what your passions and your hobbies are. So, aside from university, what's the kind of things that you love to do?
Oh, it's different than university. We love. My hobby, my love to do is building.
Really?
Build, yes, building, putting anything to do with building, not decoration, nothing to do with decoration. It's building, digging the ground until you have the white chalk. Then after you think you have to put the DPC and filling with cement, and and you follow in step by step how to do the bricks and how you make them straight, how you put the light, and you know where it is, where it's going, the pipe as well under the ground. I done it all.
Wow, I was not expecting you to say that that was your passion or hobby.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at that. Kind of, how did you kind of get into that? What was it that made you want to do that?
Okay, when I was 5 years old, I been pushing myself a lot to do work with my dad. I used to pick up bricks and going all the way the stairs, and he got shocked. And he said to me, "Well done, you brave than your brothers." And that's stuck in my head. So
Wow.
always I'm doing something, I have to do it to the best.
Yeah.
Always. And I have 5 brothers. So
Oh
anybody,
wow.
any one of them want to do something, I look at the negative and say, no, you done this. I don't, for me to push myself to do better. And they're all older than me. So
Wow. I love your
when,
determination. You
yeah,
sound like you're properly I mean, it just goes to show, and this is what I love about these interviews, is you learn so much about people, and I get surprised every time I hear things about people that I don't know very well, and I'm like, oh my
mm,
gosh, I would never have thought that. So that's really cool. I'm really, I love that that's your passion and your hobby.
yeah. And when I grow up, I didn't find anything to build, having children, helping them, taking my children at young age to karate, to dancing, to sport, to name it, anything in sport. She, especially the first one, I want her to do whatever I couldn't do when I was young.
Yeah,
So, which thank God she did her best. Yes, she did well in her best
that's
way.
great. That's great.
And I found myself, I am free. What can I do? I've been doing teaching assistant. I've been doing different jobs now and then. And one day I just decide I'm going to be building this land next to my house. It's part of the house. I just called the builder to ask him, and he said to me, "This is what it will cost you a lot of money." I said,
Yeah.
"Will it? Oh, can you just start it step by step? And when I have finished the money, I will tell you to stop." He said, "Okay." So step by step, this is how much, this is how much. Okay, we can carry on. I want to put my hand on the things. I need to work with you. If you're happy, yes. And he started laughing. He said, "Oh yes, you can make me tea." I said, "No, maybe you can make me tea." And it went like that, and we start digging. We put in the ground properly, cement and all that mess. Then after we start looking for other builder who do the bricks, other builder. If he does, if I don't like him, I'll tell him, sorry, stop there. Pay you for your day and just go. I don't
Wow,
like this job. Yes.
man,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I'm speechless for once. That's really, really cool, and that's such a fun thing to learn about you, and you know, your hobbies and your passions is something I would never have expected.
Yeah, I build professional relationship now, even with builders, with
Yeah,
within the school, within children. So I have like that flexibility with to go ahead with the ability of everybody how to speak,
sure.
which is actually I want actually everybody to push themselves to everything. Nothing is impossible. Nothing. It
Absolutely.
doesn't matter men or women, strong or not strong. You just a little better
Yeah,
than nothing.
yeah, exactly. My next question is, you know, you spoke a little bit about your dad, and kind of, you know, what when you were younger, what that was, you know, your experiences with kind of being inspired by him. But who would you say your inspirations are, and kind of what does inspire you, kind of to keep going, really?
Um, I will say the first one is my dad. Yeah, he always working hard at home and doing everything. We, as children, as young children, we watching him. He had 7 children. He coped with us. My mom, she was there cooking, cleaning, ironing, house duty. My dad was paying the bills, helping on for us, like studying or doing work or playing. So he's not with us at the moment, but he was a really play a good role model for me and for my brothers. Um, Second inspiration is I'm doing it for myself. So never think there is something which is blocking you to do things. With this pandemic, we found it really hard for everybody, even for 1 week, to stay indoors. Now for a whole year, and we still indoors, a lot of people are suffering mental health, suffering stress, suffering low income, suffering a lot of things. So instead, you just put positive words in your mind and say, I am better than that. I'm not going to be sitting here and doing nothing or stress myself or waiting for the benefit when it comes. Because every day, if a person stays 7 days without activity, without doing anything, just standing, going upstairs, downstairs, doing shopping, walking to shops or something, better. If not, it's decrease the life of the person
Yeah,
just by not doing anything, by not
yeah,
exercising, by not communicating. It's just like, no, no, no. I've been inspired by my dad, myself, looking at myself in the mirror and said, what am I doing? I have to do something for me, for my kids, at least to say, oh, my mom, she done this. At least that's the least things I want to
yeah,
do.
yeah.
And when I heard men who done this building, men who doing brickwork, men who doing this, I pushed myself so hard. I started doing only electricity and plumbing because I don't have the quality for that.
Yeah,
I am
yeah,
moving away. To put the pipe is fine, but to do the water when it's, well,
yeah, yeah.
working on a pipe or electricity, no, no, no. Once I got the electric shock, second time I got water splash on my face. That's it. That
Yeah.
puts me off.
I
But
mean,
as
you
far,
are
I wouldn't say.
you are right. Like, you know, when you walk past a building site, or if we've had work done on our house, and it's always been men who have come round and been doing the work. I have never seen a woman doing this, you know,
Mm,
at all. And it sounds like, you know, you want to break those stereotypes of people thinking, well, this is a man's job.
Yeah.
No, it's not a man's job. Anybody can do the job. And I think that's really inspirational. And it sounds like, you know, not just your dad, but it's almost like your future self is inspiring you, you know, the person you want to become and the things you want to do. And there's a phrase that's called, you know, breaking glass ceilings. And I think that you're definitely one of those women. Yeah, not literally, but you know, you're pushing past societal kind of constraints of what the assumptions of a woman should be, and actually you're really trying to, you know, do something really cool and really different to really change people's opinions and minds. I love that. That's really, really cool. So my last question for you is, like you said, you've mentioned the pandemic, and I know that everybody obviously has had different experiences in the pandemic, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel. You know, we're today, some restrictions have been eased, and you know they're going to continue to hopefully be eased, and we'll go back to some kind of normality. Now, my question is, what is the first thing you want to do when life returns to normal?
I want to visit Anglia Ruskin University. Yes, I want to go there and meet the tutors, meet the students, see the environment, socializing slowly with people, um, go and do my shopping freely, not like cautious of people passing by. Or I want to go back to visit my family back home in Morocco. Um, and it's Ramadan coming in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Do you know about Ramadan?
Yes, I know
so
that.
it's in 2 weeks' time coming. So if the flight are okay, then yes. But if they said no, you need to have those 2 injections before you flying, then it's not possible.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I mean,
seeing university, it gives me, it pushed me to become more confident about myself. I will be having traveling by train. It's a lot of things. Again, long time I didn't done. Yes.
yeah, you're right. There's a lot. That's a lot of things you want to do when life goes back to normal. But I think everyone definitely has those things. You know, I want to be able to go on holiday, or I want to be able to hug people and see people, and you know, just the little things now. It's
Yeah. I've been hugging myself for a long time now.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But Bouchra, thank you so much for chatting to me today. It's been great to get to know you and hear, you know, the really interesting, cool things about you that I think it's safe to say that I would not have expected. But it's great to get to know you as a person and hear the amazing things that you're doing with your life and what's kind of got you to this point. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do that.
You're welcome.
Brilliant. Thanks so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.